Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Let's see what's going on the front. We have the Ukrainians claiming that they fight very hard, and I guess they do, and the Russians are running like weasels towards, I don't know, Vladivostok or somewhere. This article comes from Ukrinform, and it is from today, the 12th of November 2022. Ukrainian, this is the title of this article. Let's gonna have all developments there. Ukrainian aircraft launch 11 strikes on enemy, targeting 3 air defense positions. Aircraft of the Defense Forces of Ukraine launched 11 strikes on Russia's invaders' positions, targeting in particular 3 enemy's air defense systems. The General Staff of the Armed Forces of Ukraine said this in an operational update on November 12th at 1800, which is 6 o'clock p.m. over there. Probably here it was about 11 a.m. Now it's not 11 a.m. anymore here, obviously. So according to the General Staff, units of the Defense Forces conducted stabilization measures in the liberated settlements of Kherson region on November 12. Representatives of the regional military administration returned to Kherson and started working. Meanwhile, the enemy is improving the fortification equipment of the defensive lines on the left bank of the Dnipro River. Russian forces continue offensive operations in Bakhmut, Avdiivka and Novopavlivka. So they continue. The same thing was yesterday, the day before. For the past, I think, 2 weeks, I've been hearing this continuously. Russian forces continue offensive operations in Bakhmut, Avdiivka and Novopavlivka directions. During the day, the invaders launched 14 airstrikes and about 10 MLRS attacks. Areas of more than 15 settlements in Donetsk, Dnipropetrovsk and Sumy region came under enemy fire. In the Volodin and Polisia directions, the situation has not changed significantly. The Republic of Belarus continues to support the Russian armed aggression against Ukraine. The formation of a joint Russian-Belarusian group of troops is currently underway. There is still a threat of missile and airstrikes on the critical infrastructure of Ukraine from the territory of the Republic of Belarus. I think, as I said many times before, Belarus is an fair game. Means fair could be hit. You have those guys taking off from your territory, striking you from their territory, launching this from your territory. I don't think that's, but they don't want to escalate. They being the Ukrainians' bosses, obviously. Now, in other directions, the enemy used tanks. When you hear tanks, that's usually offensive. Mortars and artillery of various types to shell settlements. In the Sivyersky direction, the area of Slavhorod and Romashkovo of Sumy region came under enemy fire. In the Slobozanske direction, settlements located near the contact line came under enemy artillery shelling 23 times. That's Michael Jordan's t-shirt number, right? Yes. In the Kupiansk and Liman directions, the Russians struck the areas of Berestove, Makivka, Ploshanka, and 4 more. In the Bakhmut direction, this is where they are in an offensive, conduct offensive operations, the areas of Opitne, Bilohorivka, and New York settlements. In the Avdiivka direction, the one again with the Russian offensive, the areas of Marinka, Avdiivka, Novomikhailivka and Opitne settlements. In the Novopavlivske and Zaporozhye directions, the areas of Vremivka, Vuhledar, Shekerbaki, and 2 more settlements. In the southern Bukh directions, after blowing up the Antonivka road and railway bridge and the road through the Kakovka hydroelectrical power plant dam and other previously mentioned bridge crossings, the enemy is improving engineering equipment of its positions on the left bank of the Dnieper River. So they said, oh, catch me if you can, bye-bye, I'm gonna blow the bridges behind me, you can catch me. Like you did when I tried to, Russia, tried to get supplies for its offensive. The Ukrainians did the same thing and everything was A-okay. But here, no, it's not okay. It's an infrastructure, bad Russians, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, okay. So, according to the General Staff, the defense forces of Ukraine struck the area of Russian troops build-up in Luhansk region, namely in the area of Hirske village. As a result of the attack, 27 invaders were eliminated and 18 more wounded. How many civilians blown up? Oh, 0? My bad for asking the question. Wrong question, obviously. So, aircraft of the defense forces of Ukraine struck 8 clusters of personnel, weapons, and military. What's going on? FBI is around here. Poison me with some wine. So, clusters of personnel, weapons, and military equipment, as well as 3 anti-aircraft missile systems. Units of missile and artillery forces of the defense forces struck an enemy command post. 11 clusters of manpower, weapons, and military equipment, as well as other important military objects of the invaders. So, that's the update from the front. We got the same 3 directions where the Russians are conducting offensive operations. Bakhmut, Avdiivka, and I can't remember the third one. Let me get it, but what was it? I always forget one of these 3 somehow, but anyway, let's get Novopavlivka, Avdiivka, Novopavlivka, and Bakhmut. These are the 3. Other than that, the Russians blew up the retreat bridges, the one with a dam. So the dam, over the dam there's a highway, it's a bridge, so they supposedly blew that up. I think they mined it. I don't think they use a missile, because I saw a picture, if those pictures are accurate, it's just the top. So it's not the dam. The dam was unaffected. Just the top is blown up at the end. But I don't know if that's a picture of that occurred, I don't know, this morning, or it's a picture that occurred, I don't know, 6 months ago. Anyway, that's a little update on the front. See you later then. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.